What are you doing?
He's ready to eat.
If you feed him now, he's going to be in the middle of the opening video.
But there's no negotiation with Roscoe.
But we have to do our vlog video.
And he needs a mounted up giant amount of food.
Yeah.
If there's only half a bowl, he's upset. We have to make him happy. He runs this place. Okay, your turn.
Ooh, I'm so glad I got that on video. The funny part is that Roscoe's actually the king of the castle.
Okay, your turn. Was he being mean?
No, Charity gave him a smack as he went to eat.
Look at this face-off.
They're like a face-off. Who goes in here first? If there's a giant bowl, it's like, wow. Okay, yeah, he's like, I won. I stared you down.
Leave while you're on the winning team. Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and then every Monday, we sit down on a couch for Keto on the Couch. We just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it. What's wrong with me?
You don't look very unstoppable right now.
Actually, I feel pretty stoppable. Like, yeah, pretty stoppable. I'm using my coffee this morning for all it's worth.
Welcome to another full day of eating vlog sponsored by Philadelphia cream cheese. No, just kidding. Philadelphia cream cheese. I would love Philadelphia cream cheese. If you want to sponsor a video, we go through a lot of your product.
We put your kids through college.
I mean, we're probably going through a brick every other day minimum, sometimes a brick a day. But no, Philadelphia's cream cheese, as much as I would love them to sponsor a video, they are not sponsoring our video. I will say, though, as we've said in some of our other full day of eating vlogs recently, if you do need cream cheese, I highly suggest this one. Again, they are not sponsoring us, but it's one of the cleanest ones that I've found.
And we've tried like every brand on the market, right?
Yeah, I mean, but well, just when you start looking at ingredients, I'm telling you, go to the store and look at the ingredients on some of the cream cheeses. So this, in just your local supermarket, is one of the cleanest brands. Now, Philadelphia cream cheese is not sponsoring our video, but we do have a repeat sponsor. It is going to be Golden Ratio Coffee. And Rachel's really enjoying this.
I am.
Because ever since we got sick, you're not drinking as much coffee.
And so
you're still drinking coffee, but not as much.
I am, and there's only so much that I can put in the refrigerator after I don't finish the entire pot and drink it the next day for iced coffee.
Right.
So I'm kind of liking the fact that I can just make a cup, and then if I want more, go back. And it winds up being like under $2 a serving.
Yes.
So it feels fancier than my normal coffee, but it's not like a Starbucks price.
And you're not getting stained teeth.
Yes, it's really helping. It's going down.
So if you don't know what Golden Ratio is, Anthony loves this stuff. It's kind of like a cross between coffee and tea. It is coffee, but you make it like tea. You're going to put a little bag in there and you steep it. Of course, Rachel just leaves the bag in there.
I like to leave it in there.
Steep it in there for a while, but it is much less acidic, so it is much smoother. You don't get the staining in your teeth. They have several flavors. Right now, Rachel is drinking chai spice because she used to love chai tea.
I love chai spice stuff. Like, am I alone in this? Did anybody else, like, before keto, get the chai tea latte from Starbucks? That was my jam.
Right.
I just love those spices. I didn't think I would be somebody that would be like, I want spice stuff in my drink.
Right.
But I do. I've always liked it.
What's really good about the Golden Ratio is because it's less acidic, it doesn't have you that punch in the... I mean, I know some people like that punch in the throat thing, but it doesn't have that punch you in the throat thing, the bitterness.
Yeah.
And therefore, you really don't need as many sweeteners or creams or anything like that, because Rachel's back to drinking black coffee and she's liking this the best.
Now, and don't get me wrong. There are times when I want my coffee to taste of ground up cigarettes.
Right.
I mean, it's so potent and hearty that it's just like, ugh.
Right.
Tell them Marge sent ya.
Anyway, if you're interested in Golden Ratio, there is a link down below. When you use that link, you will get 15% off of your order, and we really appreciate you guys for supporting the sponsors who support Two Crazy Ketos. So we have a very busy day.
I'm not ready for a busy day.
It's a very busy day.
I don't want a busy day.
Well,
Thank you, though.
we need a busy day because, see, here's the thing is next week, we're going to Keto Palooza, which I know you're excited about that.
I am, but that means that you have to get all your work done this week.
Even more so because we're not flying. It's not a 3-day or 4-day trip for us. This is going to be like a 7 to 8 day trip because we're driving 14 hours in each direction.
I'm actually really excited. Again, I cannot stress enough how much I hated road trips in the car. But since we stopped eating garbage on the way, I don't feel bad. I don't feel yucky.
Right.
It's not like getting stuck with a sugar high.
I need a whole load of Zip Fizz for the drive. I just need to get like one of those little bottles to go with it. You know, the bottle that you would have at the hospital.
Like an IV?
No, not an IV. For the other end, because like Zip Fizz and...
No. We don't pee in the car.
Okay, so anyway, because we're driving, we're going to leave on Tuesday. And we're vlogging the entire trip, so make sure you're hitting that subscribe and the bell button because we're going to vlog the whole trip to Keto Palooza, but we're going to leave on Tuesday, so we got to get way ahead. So I got to go to the church. Anthony and I are cutting the church. We're trying to like shift it from the end of the week to the beginning of the week because of next week, because it's like the one property Anthony cannot cut without me because he needs to be able to drive the trailer, and he's not quite ready. It's not so much driving the trailer, it's parking the trailer.
In very tight spaces.
So we're going to cut the church, which generally right now is taking twice as long because the church is under construction for phase 2 of our building. We're adding on. It's exciting. But it means it's a lot more like weed eating and cutting in and out and things like that. Then we've got some cool food that we're going to be eating in today's vlog. I'm excited about that. But I need new shoes for like football. Like,
because his is
melted. It's been 2 years, and usually I replace them every year, but one set is melted.
Falling apart.
And the sole is coming off from being on hot astroturf. And the other one, I've literally worn a hole all the way through.
And I'm all about going with you because maybe there's shoes.
Then you get to get shoes.
That I don't need, but I need.
We have to film kids ministry because we have the last week before we need to have another set for me to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just lots of stuff. Working on a couple of new recipes.
As you're talking, I'm getting excited for the day.
What else? And I want to go in the hot tub tonight. Can we go in the hot tub?
You don't have to ask me twice.
Well, I got to go to work. I need a hat. Otherwise, I bump my head and get marks everywhere.
Oh, we love them. That's from you, me, and the RV.
Yes.
We love that channel.
Oh, I forgot to mention this. We're in love with keto pudding. We're just making that Maria Emmerich egg pudding.
So you
This is the greatest thing if you're making your eggs in the Instant Pot.
Sports bra for the Instant Pot.
It's not a sports bra for the Instant Pot.
Sort of looks like a sports bra.
It's a trivet for the Instant Pot. But what you do, when you make your hard-boiled eggs in the Instant Pot, you drop this thing in there, but you're going to put your eggs on this. Now, when it's time to pull the eggs out, you just grab it, pull it, stick it in the cold water, and you're done.
Honestly, I mean, sports bras are really good for the eggs if they want to go exercising. They're not like bouncing around as that much. It's very good. I highly recommend Instapot sports bras.
Okay. Well, we actually made a batch of Maria Emmerich's pudding, but the egg white only version last night. So I'm really excited to be able to taste that because that significantly lowers the fat in it. And also, again, we're not using as much swerve, so the total carbs are way down. So, like, I'm looking at seriously eating it as, like, a meal. Because even if you eat half of it, it's like 40 grams of protein if you eat half of the entire recipe.
It's funny that our personalities are, okay, let's take the original and then, like, see if we can work out less.
So that I can eat it as a meal. Now,
yeah.
I want to make it less. And right now, before I do head out the door, I got to wake up Anthony. And we have to meal prep one of our dips that we're going to eat today.
Yes, I'm so excited about this.
Morning, Grayson. Still not going to talk, huh? You talk when I don't have the camera in my hand. What are you doing? What are you doing? Say hello. No? You say go potty. Come on, Tab. Chick, chick, chick. None of it? Not gonna say any of it. Okay. On to the other pets. Hey, girls. How are you doing? We gotta clean your coop out in here. You guys are gonna be getting out soon. Look at you. You're coloring. Oh my gosh, look at the coloring on this one. Uh-oh, the girl's thing didn't open. We gotta go open it. Oh, they hear me. I heard them jump down. I don't know why their thing didn't open. We're gonna hit open. Here they come. There's one. There's two. Anybody else coming? There's three. And then of course we have the one that doesn't want to move because she's broody.
Our microwave is broken.
I know it's broken.
It's like 7 in the morning. It's 7:54.
No, don't pay attention to that. Are you ready for another so easy, even Rachel can make a recipe?
Yes, I am. But aren't you going to stand next to me?
No. This one is really so easy that anybody could make this one. Like your 3-year-old could make this one with no instruction once you tell them the first time.
Do I have a 3-year-old that I'm not aware of?
I know you want a 3-year-old.
You mean like anyone's 3-year-old?
Anyone's 3-year-old. Okay, let's go over the ingredients. You're gonna need cream cheese.
Our sponsor for today, no, just kidding.
That is actually how we buy cream cheese though, and we actually have
As a
4
book.
boxes of that.
This is Philadelphia Cream Cheese Volume 1. We have an entire bookcase full.
That was the other thing we have to do today. We have to go to BJ's. So I need more cream cheese. Today's the last day of the sale.
And you're saying like this is it?
Yeah. Okay, we need sour cream. We need some granulated garlic.
I love the smell. It smells so bad.
We need some grated Parmesan cheese.
This is Pecorino Romano.
It's what we have. We need some green onions.
Ooh, it's got a little label. Oh, it's the rubber band.
And then finally, we need some Redmond real salt.
We always need Redmond.
Okay, I almost did forget. Optional ingredient if you want a little bit of texture.
I do.
We're gonna have some shredded.
3 cheese.
I'm gonna say Romano. You can use Parmesan. Any kind of the shredded hard cheese is gonna work. Again, that's from BJ's.
Asiago, Romano, and Parmesan.
Yeah, so that's gonna be for texture, completely optional. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. By the way, I guess we should probably tell them what we're making. We're making a dip for our pork rinds, right?
Yeah, because this isn't chicken or hamburger.
No. So this recipe, all you gotta do is you can double it or cut it in half. Having it at this amount is pretty much perfect for
Safer
2
for
people
us.
for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Depending on how much you're gonna use. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with a half a block of cream cheese, 4 ounces. Go ahead and soften it either in the microwave or you can leave it out on the counter for a little while. To that, we're going to add a half a cup of sour cream. So I have it right there for you.
Okay.
Then we're gonna add a half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of Redmond real salt, and about 2 tablespoons of chopped green onion. I just use a scissor. We're gonna go ahead and mix all of that up and blend it till it's nice and smooth. Okay, we had to switch spatulas. Now that you've got it all mixed, go ahead and add about 1/4 cup of your shredded hard cheese. And again, this is optional. It's just, we like to have more cheese, of course, and then a little bit of extra texture.
Why was this so hard to mix before?
Because I didn't soften the cream cheese long enough. Because we thought about doing this like as we got up this morning.
So soften the cream cheese.
Okay, let's do the taste test.
Oh, yes.
So it's just like basically a cheese dip.
Right.
You could add anything. You could even add some shredded chicken to this if you want like a buffalo kind of dip. You can add some hunks of, avocado. You can put a little bit of spinach, whatever you want. This is pretty much just a cheese dip.
I mean, we've used it even as like a little dollop of dressing
Yeah.
inside of our salads and stuff.
So taste test.
It's so good, but if you put it in the refrigerator, it hardens up and gets even like thicker.
And the flavors like infuse more.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. Also, if you really have nice soft cream cheese, it'll thicken up a little bit more from like after softening it. So we're gonna go ahead and put this away, and that's gonna be part of lunch and dinner. So it's only 8:30 in the morning and it's already hot out. It's like 94 degrees, very humid, and I'm already sweating. You can see that. So before we start cutting the grass, you can see they're actually digging up the parking lot, which is gonna stink because they're dumping all of the water that they're pumping onto the grass that we have to cut. But before we actually cut the grass, I need to do all the hedges, which I hate doing hedges, but I really do get a lot of pleasure at seeing them when they're all done.
Tabitha is not super happy right now. Our daughter is coming over for a surprise visit. We're so excited about it. And we thought maybe it would be nice if Tabitha was freshly showered to greet her, but that means Tabitha has to go night-night after her bath because she cannot resist spreading it all over the house. She has to wet everything in the house when she gets a shower. So yeah.
It's hot out there. I don't even know what the temperature. It's like 96, 97 degrees. I don't even know what the feels like temperature is. I ran out of gas, so I had to come back to get gas, so I'm taking an electrolyte break. It's really important to keep your electrolytes up, especially when you're sweating. So I have water, and then I have some Redmond Relight. And what I do is I keep a bag of the Relight in the sticks in the truck. I actually always have some. I have a bag in the truck. I have a bunch of individual sticks in Anthony's car. I have a bunch of individual sticks in Rachel's car. And I just keep the big bag in here. This is actually a combination of, I think there's pina colada in here. There's a few watermelon in here and the mixed berry. At home, I use the tub of these. The reason I use the sticks on the road is it's easier. The reason I use the tub at home is it's cheaper. So right now, if you buy the bag, currently the bag has 30 sticks. I don't know how many sticks are going to be in it when they do their whole changeover. But you're going to pay $40 before our coupon code, which is 2 Crazy Ketos. It'll get you 15% off. You pay $40 for 30 sticks, but you can currently pay the same $40 and get either 50 or 60 servings in a tub. And the reason I say 50/60 is the new flavors come in a 60 serving tub, same price. The serving size is a little bit smaller because what they're basically doing is making it easier for people who like use the 16-ounce water bottles. So you get a 16-ounce bottle, you pour a stick in there, because if you had the serving before, it was too much. It made it way too salty. So they're basically saying, you can put it into this bottle. If you want more, add more. If you want less, add less. Completely up to you. So you're not getting gypped or anything like that. You're getting the same amount of actual Redmond. You're just getting more servings. But what that does is it cuts it from 1,000 milligrams of potassium a serving down to like, I don't know, it's like 890 or something like that. So I don't know what they're going to do with the bags. I'm going to assume that they're going to rechange these sticks, which are currently made for like 24-ounce ones, and give you more sticks in a bag for the same price. Knowing Redmond, that's what they're going to do. So I'm going to finish drinking a little bit of this, and then I'm going to go and finish cutting the hedge.
Wait until you see this. Look at my poor she shed. This is so horrible. But everything from the front room studio has to be dumped somewhere while we're waiting for it to be completely renovated. And that renovation project, like all renovation projects, has hit some snags as far as timing goes, and we got sick and we've gone away. And so, yeah, all this stuff is still living here. What's the place in your house where when you need to store things, things just sort of get dumped? Leave it in the comments down below.
It's 11 o'clock. Got everything done. Now what we're gonna do is Anthony is taking the blower and he goes around and he blows like all of the clippings out of the bed. And what I'm gonna do is go put the hedge trimmer back, get some more electrolytes, and then I'm gonna start mowing. We don't have to rake anything up because we cheat a little bit. I've got this cool little device that I put on all of my mowers, and it's basically like a chute cover. It's really designed so that when you're mowing, you don't get grass in pools or in beds or things like that. But it doubles as a mulch cover. So if Anthony blows everything out onto the beds really well, we can just kind of run it back and forth and it'll mulch everything up and it saves a couple of extra steps. So I'm actually gonna launch the drone right now so you guys can see what the property looks like while I'm cutting.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite road. Above the rest, you're the best I know. You are my favorite shade of rose. A flower bed on my favorite stones. I love the ground where your roots have grown. You're my favorite place. Kind of glow. You radiate my favorite tone. You shed a light that guides me home to my favorite place.
It's 1 o'clock. Now we have to do all the weed eating. We are a little behind, but that's because we did all the hedges. If you're wondering what that noise is, I launched the drone. I'm gonna have it follow me around while we're doing the weed eating. I've lesson learned. Don't buy cheap sunglasses. You know, I bought these down in the Keys. They weren't like dollar store, but they, you know, weren't super expensive. They were like 30 bucks and everything is falling apart on them. I'm gonna use them for protection for today and then they go in the garbage.
You are my favorite place to go.
Well, that's all done. Oh my gosh, I can't even see between the sweat. Look at that. Look at all that in the bottom. That's not water or anything. It's really the glass is just falling apart from being in the car. South Florida heat. So everything is weed eated. We're gonna go ahead and blow off. We got 2 more houses.
You know what is super awesome when you have somebody coming over? You have to do a quick clean. You have to make sure that there's no laundry piles all over the place and that they're not gonna be attacked by a dust bunny. So I had to run in and clean up, make the house smell nice and fresh, make sure I vacuumed and mopped the floor and everything. So we're ready for a visit. The kids love when someone comes over because yeah, mom has to clean up. So the litter box is scooped, the floors are done, the laundry is put away, and now I need to jump into the shower before the boys get home from cutting so I actually get a hot shower because our shower is only good for about 2 hot showers, and then the next person is getting pretty much a cold shower. So I'm gonna jump in there before there's no hot water to get. So I am all showered and ready for Michelle to come over, but I wanted to have some snacks ready for her, and I thought it might be nice to just show you what I put out when somebody, you know, just drops in and I want a quick snack plate for them. So I like to roll up ham and turkey with just a little toothpick. I have some different kinds of cheeses that we've gotten on our camping adventures. I sliced up a Roma tomato. I've got a little bit of Joe's peppers to share, some moon cheese. I am frying up some of these little guys. It's a Cajun sausage. I've got one going in the air fryer right now that I thought maybe we could dip in different things. So I have some Chipotle mayonnaise and some fancy mustard and just all kinds of yummy stuff, some garlic aioli, and then we have the alternate sweets, different ketchup, spicy and regular, for us to just sit around and dip and chat.
Well, we're home, and I still need to go to Costco. I forgot to go to Costco while we were out, so I think I'm gonna take a shower and run to Costco. I gotta get bacon, or pork belly, to make bacon for our beef butter bacon and egg challenge. But I got home to a nice surprise. That's John Paul's truck. So him and Michelle, or one of them, must be visiting Rachel.
Well, we just had a nice surprise.
Yeah, I drove home, see John Paul's truck out. I know you told me Michelle was coming. You didn't tell me John Paul was coming.
She didn't tell me either. So it was a 2-for-1 special,
Yeah.
and how exciting.
So we got to hang out with John Paul and Michelle for a little while. But now it is 4:40, and we still need to eat, and I need to leave by 5:30. So we're just going to do our sub thing tonight. I was going to make like a really cool pizza, but not going to have enough time. And I'm not going to want to eat a whole lot when I get home. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do just like our sub salad.
Yep.
We'll show you as soon as I finish making it. And then I'm just thinking maybe some like keto chow pancakes or something like that when I get home. We'll split a batch of those and then put some of the high protein, like the egg white pudding on top of that. What do you think of that?
I think that sounds delicious.
That sounds really good. And I think since I didn't get to go to Costco, I still need to go to Costco to find the pork belly. Let's just make this a 2-dayer.
I'm in. Mixing everything around. That is the key.
Yeah.
Gotta mix it.
So we basically have our lunch meat sub. We showed this in one of our other vlogs. I'll put a link for that over my head.
It's a quick go-to.
Basically, here's what we have. We each have 2 slices of ham. It's like the El Toro ham they have at BJ's.
El Toro.
Then we each have one nice big, the whole thing is about this long when we lay it out. Then we have a nice big piece of roast beef, 1 piece each. And then we have 2 pieces of turkey. And then we each have about 1.5 ounces of cheese. On top of lettuce, a little bit of our sweet peppers. And I have Swiss cheese. You have a sheep's cheese. Wow. It's actually really, really good.
Wait, let me try it.
It's really good. Like, not a big fan of the sheep's cheese when you just buy like a hunk of it, like the soft ones, but that one's really good.
Nice.
It's got really good flavor.
Yeah.
And then because the kids were here, Rachel had put moon cheese out, so I just threw a little bit in there to be like a crouton kind of thing, right?
What I'm really excited about is this.
So we got our dip that we made this morning.
It's nice and thick.
Now, if you don't want it this thick, you can put a little bit of almond milk or the zero sugar maple hill milk in there to just a little bit to thin it out. I like it more of a dip. Right now it's like a cheese, so.
Doop.
It's good. It's so good.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is really good.
Again, you gotta let it sit for a couple of hours.
Let it sit.
Not even to thicken up. You want to get that garlic and all the flavors to kind of infuse together. Think about like keto chow. Like, you want the flavors to infuse. And if you just do it right away, it's there, but not as much.
But I like the thickness. I like a thick dip. What about you guys? Let us know in the comments down below. Would you add some of the zero milk to thin it out a little bit? Or are you like me and you want like almost like an ice cream?
Okay, here's what I want to know. So these pork rinds, not the super cleanest. They're the baconettes queso. A little bit of maltodextrin in the seasoning. Once in a while, we don't mind them. Rachel found them, so we're having some. But it's weird. Some of them are these nice big puffy ones. And then some of them are these little tiny ones. Do you like the big ones or do you like the little ones?
If I don't have a dip, I usually like the little ones. Because there's a lot of little flavors hidden in the nooks and crannies. Mm-hmm. But I want a surfboard if I'm using a dip like this.
I want the little ones because I feel like this is one in my mouth and I'm done. Whereas I can eat a whole bunch of these little ones and feel like I'm eating them for longer.
Well, I mean, like, how much dip am I going to pick up with that?
I just got a crunchy one.
It's like a hook.
And this is the best. When you get the big one that's curled and curled and curled so it's more crunchy.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a crunchy one.
I heard it.
It's almost like a crackling.
Just making sure your teeth was still there.
Okay. We're going to eat. I got to leave here in like 30 to 45 minutes. Hopefully the game's going to actually play. I'm going to get very upset if I get all the way down there to find out we're lightninged out again. But it's thundering out right now. I got to be there for 6:30. So I'm going to leave here at 5:30 to 5:45. Get back home about 8:30. I'll probably do some keto chow pancakes. Why? Super quick.
Because we can.
We can put that on. It's like literally 5 to 10 minutes to make it. And then we can eat that while we're watching the Keto Chow live stream. And then tomorrow, we got some more cool recipe for you. We're making one of our recipes. And we'll do a 2-day vlog.
Good morning. In the back seat, I have borrowed some suitcases from my mom for our trip to Keto Palooza. I am getting so excited, but I needed another like smaller hard-sided case because it's different when you're packing for a road trip versus an airplane trip. I have to have everything in a giant suitcase in the airplane, but it's kind of hard to like move stuff around in your car. I don't really want a giant suitcase. I want like a couple little ones. You know what I mean? So anyway, I did not get home until like 11 o'clock last night because Joe had a lightning delay and I just took that opportunity to get some work done over at the church. But yeah, time just really got away from me. And by the time I got home, I was not interested in food. Neither was Joe. We were just interested in getting some sleep and fast because now I'm back headed over to the church for early morning prayer and also to get some prep work done for 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that. Then I have a 9 a.m. breakfast meeting before I can come home. And I believe we have a little surprise live stream this afternoon. So I want to be ready for that. Okay, so I came to Target before my breakfast meeting to find legal size paper, a cute top, and some tablecloths for church. I found none of those things, but I did find this cart. It was on sale from $60 to $18, and I am always hauling a ton of stuff at once. And I thought this would be really helpful for camping and church and just getting from one place to another because I always have a ton of stuff to carry.
So while Rachel's at the office, I'm gonna run to Costco so that I can get some pork belly so I can make some bacon for the beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge that we're going to start right after Keto Palooza.
Totally scored some bulletin board paper that I'm actually going to repurpose for Christmas wrapping paper. These things are gigantic and only $1 a roll because they're 90% off school supplies over at Hobby Lobby.
Okay, I just left Costco and they didn't have any pork belly. You know, I was hoping that maybe they would start carrying it this one. I'd asked the guy and he said they were planning on getting it in, but they didn't. It is very hot outside. It's like 97 degrees and I'm sitting in a car right now without the air conditioning because the air conditioning sounds horrible when we start filming. Anyway, since I'm over in this area, I'm going to run over to Sprouts in Lighthouse Point because that's the closest one to our house. It takes like 30 or 40 minutes to get there because it's like all little local roads with traffic and everything else. So I'm going to go over there because they have Zevia at buy one, get one free. So I need to go do a stockpile because that's pretty cheap. Even though they charge $6.49 for their 6-packs, it still works out to be, you know, $3.25. So we're going to go stock up on Zevia. And I'm also going to look around and see if there are any products we could review.
Diner I went to for breakfast is literally in the Aldi parking lot, so I have to check it out, see what is new. The question is, can I resist buying more jalapenos?
Okay, I'm just leaving Sprouts now, and it was really cool on my way out. My cashier was this lady named Jane who used to work at Wawa. She was the nicest lady in the world, used to buy her lunch once in a while, and she left them a few months ago And she's working here now. She was so excited to see me. She ran up and gave me a huge hug. Super, super nice lady. So if you're ever in the area of the Sprouts in Lighthouse Point, Florida, and you see this little lady, her name is Jane, tell her hello. She's just a super nice lady. So I am stocked up on Zevia now. I got 4 of the Mountain Dew, 4 of the pink grapefruit, 4 of the root beer, 4 ginger ale. I got 4 of the cream soda. And right as I was getting ready to leave, the guy's coming in with a cart and he had just 2 of the 10 packs of the new creamy root beer, which is amazing, but you can only ever find it in the 10 packs and it's really hard to find. So I grabbed those. Then I got some things for reviews because since we're gonna do the beef, butter, bacon, and egg, we're not gonna be able to do reviews for 30 days. So we're trying to find things that we can review now and kind of have in the tank. So I found some like different types of bars. And then I also found this. I'm excited about this. A while back, we did a review for Moo La La milk. I'll leave a link for that over my head. Well, they have a creamer now. And so there's 2 flavors. There's a white mocha and also a vanilla cream. So I picked these up so we can do a review on them.
Mom of 3 boys, this is an amazing price. I will instantly regret purchasing this the moment I hand it to them. I saw these sweeteners on the shelf, amazing price. However, when you check the ingredients on the back, the first ingredient in both of these is maltodextrin. So even though it's a cheap price, we're gonna pass on these. Great price on their Ziploc bags, the gallon size. I will not be putting food in them. I will be putting clothing and stuff that we're packing for Keto Palooza. Freezer section at Aldi's isn't off limits. They have some good deals. Right now, this 24 pack of beef patties, there's a little bit of salt and seasoning in them, but nothing terrible. It's $11.19 for 24 patties. So again, a lot of people say keto's expensive, but if you shop the deals, I mean, that's great. What is that, like less than 50 cents a hamburger patty? This is one of my mom's favorite sections of Aldi because they have a lot of just grab and go chicken breast and thighs and such that are really inexpensive. But they also have the ground turkey she likes at only $1.99 a roll, and also her favorite thing is Cornish game hens, and at $3.69, that's a bargain. $1.63 for a dozen eggs, that is outrageous. Just kidding, but honestly, normally I'm used to paying just about 89 to 98 cents for a dozen eggs. I'm glad we're pretty stocked right now. We've been making so much pudding and PSMF bread that, you know, another dozen won't hurt. I usually make my own cold brew, but this Califa Farms, the medium roast, is really, really good if you just need a grab and go option. It's just coffee and water, and at $5, that's a deal. You always want to shop with a cooler if you're gonna be going to Aldi, because then I don't have to remember to carry bags. I'm sort of disappointed that they didn't have any more of the wannabe Cool Whip here, the no sugar Cool Whip. Because it's delicious, but I guess I'm gonna have to pay full price at Publix.
So this Costco over here in Coral Springs, they have our pork belly. So I got a nice one. It's perfectly rectangle, so it's gonna be easy to slice. So I'm gonna walk around and see if there's any new products that we can review, and also look for some sausage and stuff to take on the road when we go to Kentucky. Okay, this is why we have to read our labels really carefully. Take a look at this. Keto nuggets, dark chocolate keto nuggets, coconut, pumpkin, quinoa, and sunflower seeds. The 3rd ingredient is cane sugar, and the 4th ingredient is tapioca syrup. So when you look on the back, they're gonna tell you 9 total carbohydrates, 3 grams of dietary fiber, and 2 sugar alcohols. People are gonna think, oh, 4 net carbs. The 3rd ingredient is cane sugar. Don't buy this crap.
Look what I got you.
You are the biggest enabler in the world.
I just know you love them.
We really, like, it's a good thing we're not, like, drug addicts or anything, because you're an enabler, but you're just enabling me with jalapeno poppers.
And they're so cheap at Aldi. They're giant jalapeno poppers.
These things are huge. We don't have enough.
79 cents.
You didn't buy enough. Like, this is for me. You're not getting any.
You know I'm getting some.
Guess what, though?
What?
I went to Costco.
Would you get me?
I got bacon.
So we're working together, whether we realize it or not.
So what I really went to Costco for, I got you a little present.
Aww, how pretty. Gosh, these don't even, these are real?
They're real.
Those are beautiful.
That is like a major thing, because Rachel doesn't like flowers, so I never buy them for her, but I thought they were unique looking.
That is so precious, thank you.
Okay, so here's what I really went for. This is gonna be the best pork belly I have ever seen.
Look at how
Like
yummy and fatty.
it is not super thick this way, and it's like a perfect rectangle. A lot of times they're like weird shapes.
Yeah.
What that's gonna mean is you're gonna have a little bit of ends on this, but it's not gonna be like cutting off half of it. So just to give you an idea, this is 11.74 pounds. It was $51, $4.39. We used to pay like $2.50 for the pork belly.
Yeah.
But this stuff was like $15. How did breakfast go?
It was wonderful. So I have learned that the most economical get what I want breakfast option is to order off the a la carte.
Okay.
So I had 2 fried over well because I want my yolk cooked.
Don't know how to eat
eggs
eggs.
and a nice serving.
Everybody please tell her
of
you need to eat
bacon.
them over easy or over medium because that's where all the nutrients are. When you cook it over well, you ruin all the nutrients in the yolk.
But it was awesome. It was exactly what I wanted. And the ladies that were sitting with me were like, huh, I didn't even realize you could do that because they didn't want the biscuits that came with it and all of the hash browns. Just themselves, they didn't want it.
Right.
So they're like, gosh, I just ordered something and we're just going to throw out that food.
Right.
So it would be better to just order a la carte. It's cheaper.
Right.
And good to go.
I'm really excited about dinner. We're gonna kick it back old school.
What are we having?
You're gonna have to wait, and
It's
you're
a
gonna have to wait
surprise?
to the end of the vlog.
Surprise.
I got a game I gotta leave here at 3 o'clock for my game. It's a JV game, should be pretty quick. Hopefully there is no lightning. Oh, what happened last night? I got lightninged out on a makeup from a lightning delay. We waited for about an hour and a half, and they're like, yeah, not gonna happen. And so they sent us home. Of course, we get no money for sitting there the whole time. So they wanted us to stay for 2 more hours. And I'm like, you're not going to get the games in. What are you going to do? You're going to keep 10-year-olds here until midnight? We're not doing that.
Not a good idea.
They sent us home. That game is tomorrow, which I have to get back because we have our live stream. But because I was in a lightning delay, you went to church. So the pudding and stuff didn't happen last night.
That's okay.
But that's okay.
It ain't going nowhere.
Well, you were gone for dinner, sort of dinner, while watching the Keto Chow live stream.
Is that sort of dinner? Is that sinner?
I enjoyed a Keto Chow root beer float made with the Maple Hill full fat zero sugar milk, and then I poured Zevia creamy root beer over the top of it.
Ooh, to get all of the extra?
So, well, first of all, the flavor is phenomenal, but you ever have a root beer float, or we used to do it with Coke too, and when you pour that soda over the outside of the ice cream, it gets that like crystal, like the best part.
Oh, yes.
So I just, little bit at a time,
the layer
pour
of
it over.
protective ice.
Yes.
Yes.
You've got, I know root beer's not your favorite
I'm willing to
Keto
try that.
Chow, but you gotta try that one. It was so creamy, so good, and what a way to enjoy that Keto Chow live stream.
I can't watch a Keto Chow live stream
without eating Keto Chow, right?
In some form.
Yeah, speaking of which, we have to go jump on with Chris and Miriam to give some stuff away in a couple minutes. So after my game, I'm gonna get home, and then we need to go to Skechers. So I need new shoes for officiating. My shoes get worn. They just wear out because, I'm on the field. They melt during the summer on the AstroTurf.
Who has that obstacle?
And then we have the problem that they're always getting wet because I'm officiating and it rains, and then I bring them home and they're covered in mud and covered in dirt and covered in grass, and then Rachel puts them in the washing machine, and so...
Well, they're so gross.
I know. So I need new shoes, so we're going to go to Skechers, and I think you said you want to find stuff too, right?
Yeah, because I don't need new shoes, but I need shoes.
I found them. They have roller skates.
Are you going to get them?
I don't know. I mean, they're $80. It's hard
So what?
It's hard to find them in my size.
I think you should get them.
Usually they're just like little kid sizes.
It's not like your size is going to change. Look at you go. That's a pretty good look. What happened to Skechers?
They got so expensive.
They got greedy.
We can't afford to shop there anymore.
We used to go to Skechers because we had an outlet. We actually have 2 outlet Skechers by us. In fact, one year we went there and it was like if you bought 5 pairs, you got 70% off. I think we bought like 30 pairs for like everybody in the family got shoes, right?
Thankfully, they were cheap when we needed to buy shoes for a family of 5.
Yeah, but I'm used to spending like $40 to $50 and then buy one, get one half off for my officiating shoes. So I
Not
usually
anymore.
get 2 pairs and then Rachel would find a couple pairs, Anthony would find a couple pairs. The cheapest all black shoe they have in the store is $100 and no more BOGO. I said to the guy, what happened to the prices here? And he was like, 4 months ago, we doubled our prices and got rid of BOGO. Ready to eat?
I absolutely am. What are we having?
We're gonna kick it back old school today.
How old?
We're gonna go back to, I think it's our very first recipe video that I ever made. It's super cringy. I think I'm all red. The audio is horrible. We get comments about me handling meat with my bare hands.
Oh, is it the pizza?
It is the pizza. It's what spawned So Easy, even Rachel can do it.
Yeah, because I would rewatch that video and make it for the kids and be like, this is so easy, even I can do it.
Yep, so we're gonna make the pizza. We're gonna change things up a little bit though because it's summertime. It is really hot outside.
Scorching.
And that means it's hot inside because we live in an older home and I don't like to use my oven during the summer. My electric bill is high enough. So we're gonna make this on the Rec-Tac.
Outside?
Yep. Let me show you what we're gonna need. Super, super easy. We need some ground beef. I got a pound of ground beef. I picked this up at like Costco. I got a little bit of hemp hearts. Now the link for the actual recipe video on our website is gonna be down below.
Go look at our orange lighting.
Yes, the hemp hearts help as a binder. You can kind of leave them out if you want. Got some granulated garlic. I got some salt and pepper. And then I have, you're gonna see the recipe I think calls for like oregano. This is just like an Italian seasoning blend. And then we have some grated Parmesan cheese. Ready to make it?
What are you gonna top it with?
Every lunch meat we have. We're gonna do a meat lovers pizza. How's that sound?
I am so
Meat
sinking
lovers
in.
pizza. Let's get started. Okay, in a bowl, we got ground beef.
Easy enough.
I actually forgot to mention, we need some eggs.
Thanks, ladies.
We got 2 eggs. And we're gonna just throw all of our ingredients. Hemp hearts, granulated garlic, salt and pepper. It's about a half a teaspoon of each one of these. We've got some of our Italian seasoning blend, a little over a quarter of a cup of granulated or grated rather Parmesan cheese. We're gonna go ahead and mix this all up. Okay, now we're gonna take our mixture, cast iron pan, flatten it out, and I like it thin. So just kind of spread it around till you get to all the edges and try to like keep it as flat as possible. You don't want to have lumps because it's going to cook uneven. So basically we're making a pizza crust out of meat in the bottom of our pan. Now one thing I do want to say is when you cook this, it's going to shrink. How much it's going to shrink is going to depend on what type of beef you're using. If you're using 85-15, which is what we're using, it'll shrink a little bit. If you're using 80-20 or 70-30, obviously it's going to shrink more. What we like to do is after we're done, we're going to go cook this for about 10 minutes on the Rec-Tac. After it's done, we're going to put all of our toppings over, let them melt in there as well. Then when I take it and we plate it, we take all of those grease that's left over in the pan, we pour it back over for like a marinade. Super delicious. And also this way you know exactly how much fat and what all of the macros for your meal are. Okay, Rec-Tac has been preheating. It's at 400 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and put this in here for 10 to 12 minutes until all the ground beef is cooked. Okay, been about 10 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and take this. Make sure we got a holder, bring it inside, and put all our toppings on.
And of course, since we got more cream cheese, we have prepped more of our kryptonite jalapeno poppers.
So the meat is out of the smoker. We're gonna go ahead and add our toppings, but I wanted to mention something. So we usually use Rayos. We have been corrected. You pronounce it Rayos, not Rouse. This is usually what we use, and this one's actually open, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this, but it could be a little expensive. Well, when I was in Costco, they actually had this. It's Victoria Organic. It's a marinara sauce. And the ingredients are really good in this. Organic tomatoes and juice, organic onions, organic virgin olive oil, sea salt, organic garlic, organic basil, calcium chloride, organic spices, 45 calories for half a cup, 2 grams of fat, 1 gram of protein, 5 total carbs, 2 grams of dietary fiber. Now this is a bolognese one, so it's obviously a lot higher in carbs for this one. But I also wanted to mention, this one is the Rayo's pizza. It is really good if you're making like a chicken crust pizza or maybe a fathead dough. Just be aware of one thing. You're gonna look at this, it's a thicker sauce, and be like, oh, it's only 40 calories and it's only 3 total carbohydrates. A serving size on this is 1/4 cup. A serving size on this is 1/2 cup. Same thing with this. Serving size is 1/2 cup. So make sure you look at serving sizes. Okay, so I'm not really measuring it out because I don't really care about the macros. I'm just gonna put enough tomato sauce. This is the bolognese one, so it has meat in it. So we're gonna put meat on top of meat. And we're just gonna try to cover all of the ground beef that we have in there. It did kind of shrink in an odd size, but that's okay.
You know what this thing is missing? More meat.
More meat? Don't worry, we got more meat coming. We're gonna put a little bit of mozzarella on top. You know, you don't have to go nuts. It's gonna melt and spread. We got roast beef, some ham, and it's literally like 1 ounce of each one of these. Oven roasted turkey. Look at all this. Look at how high this is. We made those jalapeno poppers. We had 1 slice of bacon left.
Can't let it go to waste.
So we're just gonna put that on there. We're gonna ruin this. But Rachel likes mushrooms.
I do like mushrooms.
Okay. So we're gonna put a little bit of mushrooms on there.
Do you like mushrooms?
No. It's a fungus. Why are we eating mushrooms?
I'm more interested in what do they think?
Okay, now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put a little bit more mozzarella cheese on top, and that's to get all of this to melt together. Back into the Rectac, and it's already cooked, so all we're gonna do here is try to warm up and melt all of these ingredients. Maybe another 3 to 5 minutes.
Yummy.
Look at that.
You know, the Rectac is super versatile.
It's an oven.
It is.
So here's the cool part. We didn't heat up the house.
Right.
We made the pizza, and you got some of that smoke flavor into the meat.
Now you can't put just any pan into it though.
Now you gotta put cast iron. So I'm just gonna cut this in half, and then oh my gosh, this thing is thick. Like, it's thicker than the pizza cutter.
I am going to get a fork though, because we don't have one of those things. Ugh.
Okay, so we're gonna give you that.
Nice.
Give you that. Probably could have even stayed in there a little bit longer for some of the cheesy to melt, but
I don't mind it, because I don't want the burnt lunch meat.
now here's the cool part, is you have all these,
This is the best part.
all this stuff left in the pan.
The baglings.
We're gonna take that, just take our spatula.
The panglings. The panlings.
Look at all that.
Bring it right over to Mama Bear.
There you go.
Aww.
I'll give it all to you.
It must be my birthday month. I get all the grease.
Ready?
Yeah.
Take this a little try.
And it's not hot inside. That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Ready?
Dink. Mmm.
Oh my god. That may be the best one we've made.
I almost like it better because it gets the smoky flavor.
That is good.
That is really stinking good.
Okay. We're gonna finish eating.
Mmm.
After we're done eating, we'll wait a little bit. We'll try that pudding. Then we'll sign off. Is it me or is this the vlog that doesn't end?
It's a vlog that never ends.
Okay, so I was
It goes
just...
on and on, my friends.
You're singing, I was preparing my dessert.
Yes.
And
My dessert.
You know what I can't get stuck out of my head?
What?
Good morning, Baltimore. I can't sing, so don't listen to me.
I
don't know
love
why.
that.
Why can't I get that song? We didn't even watch that movie. Why can't I get it out of my head? It's like stuck there.
Because I was singing it while I was cleaning earlier. I love that song.
I did not even hear you. And it's like, oh my gosh, like
just
subconscious, right?
It got right up in there.
I didn't even hear you.
And you'll enjoy it for the rest of the week.
Okay. We're going to end this vlog, but we've got some dessert. So we have tried Maria Emmerich's egg pudding every which way possible.
Every which way but loose.
We tried the original recipe.
Yes.
We tried the original recipe, but using half sucralose and half of the swerve.
Right.
We tried it with only sucralose.
Yep.
Which I think I just added too much that time.
I think you did too.
But it was really good. It was sweeter than I wanted. Now we got the egg white. We tried the egg white one only. Exactly how she intended. We tried it with half sucralose. We tried it with only sucralose, and that one was good. This one is sucralose, only sucralose, no swerve. And instead of using the almond milk that she calls for, I used the Maple Hill Organic Zero Sugar Reduced Fat Milk.
So this one has the zero sugar milk. And tell me again what the sweetener is. It's just sucralose.
Just liquid sucralose. I think I've got 8 drops in here.
Let's see. It's looser.
It is a little bit looser.
It's looser.
Not as much fat. Sorry, I had to stop the dishwasher. That's what the beeping is.
I actually really like it like this.
So this is the closest to like a Hunt's snack pack.
Yeah. It's looser. Mm-hmm. It's loose. Like so.
Whereas
the other mousse.
The one with the fat, with all the egg yolks, is like a mousse. This is like a pudding. This is like no kidding, a Hunt's snack pack.
So what do the macros look like?
Okay. Oh, by the way, so up on top here.
By the way.
This video will come out before we actually. This video will come out after we do the review. On top is this True Whip. True Whip.
It's so good.
We've got a review video. I'm going to put a link for that up here.
Only 1 each.
We found this at Aldi.
Mm-hmm.
You need to watch the video because you're going to be like, Aldi, keto, can't be good. Go watch that video. We've got about a little bit over, somewhere between a half to a full serving of that. So what we have on here adds tremendous flavor.
It does.
But only 25 calories and only about 2 grams of fat and about a carb. So
this is not Aldi brand.
No.
I found this in Publix.
We found out. We've got it in Publix. You said Target had it as well.
It's just more expensive.
Yeah, and of course, so Aldi here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
We actually just yesterday found 6 of them in one of the other Aldis that we don't normally go. Grabbed them all, stuck them in the freezer. Go watch that video on this. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Macros. You are going to be shocked. This is left from this batch.
So this isn't even half a serving.
It's not even a half a serving. Now, one thing you're going to notice when you make the egg white only one, which by the way, people keep messaging us, where's the recipe? The egg white recipe is only available if you purchase one of Maria Emmerich's cookbooks. So I'm going to put a link for that down below. We are not going to put the recipe out because she doesn't have it out there for free.
Right.
So I'm not going to give it out there. That's not fair. We're going to honor her. You can get it as an ebook. It's like $20. Mm-hmm. And there are tons of like high protein, low fat, low calorie recipes in there. To me, it was worth it just for this recipe.
Same.
But there's lots of great recipes, so go get it. I'll leave a link for that down below. So yes, not even a half a serving in your thing. And again, this is the one with the Maple Hill zero sugar, low fat milk. I'm going to start off with the entire batch.
Okay, so if I eat the entire thing.
You eat everything
all
here,
of this and that.
Not including the True Whip, okay?
Whip. This and this.
All of it here. 311 calories, though we don't care about calories, right? Because we don't really count protein calories.
No.
We only count the fat and the carbohydrate calories. 5.6 grams of fat. Okay, so what is 6 times 9? What is that, 45 calories in fat?
Yes.
And you've got 10 total carbs.
Total carbs in the entire everything.
So that's another 40 calories. So roughly, if you're looking at energy calories, you got about 90 energy calories here. Only 90. The rest is all protein because you have 47 grams of protein sitting here.
People constantly message us, I don't know how you're getting the protein in. Chocolate pudding, that's how we're getting the protein in.
Oh, if you do net carbs, which we do not advise, especially on a protein sparing modified fast, it's got 5 grams of fiber. There is 0 sugar alcohols in here. So if you take out the fiber, which is coming from the, you got your eggs, the fiber is coming from your cocoa powder, you're only looking at 5 net carbs, but 10 total carbs if you eat everything. This is our newfound dessert. I liked it with the egg yolks.
I feel like we have tried it every which way, but maybe there's something we missed. Let us know in the comments down below. How have you tweaked it if you have made it?
I'm not a stevia fan. Maybe just a little bit,
but we're always open to ideas.
Yeah. This is the way. Now, I think if we're having a party, you make the full egg yolk version,
yeah.
right? Because that's like a delicious,
thick,
decadent
rich
mousse. Like Rachel said, let us know down in the comment section. We're going to eat. We're going to end this vlog. We got another vlog coming up in another day or two. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got lots of things planned. We've got a road trip coming up.
Yay!
We're going to vlog the entire trip to Kentucky. And then after that, beef, bacon, butter, and eggs.
Yeah.
And we've got really cool plans for that. We've got some cool recipes.
It's not going to be boring.
It's not going to be boring. We're not going to be eating ground beef every day. We've got we've got a whole board over there listed with all the different types. We're going to give you more expensive meats like ribeyes, but we're going to also eat cheaper cuts of meat and show you how we can elevate it and make eating beef fun, right?
Yes, it's super fun.
I can't wait. So if you like seeing videos like this, check out some of the other videos that we have linked right down there. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent video, which I'm going to put right over here.
Whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time.
Bye.